I hope you can hear us. So today we are going to be talking about the UCEED exam 2026. Admission notifications are out. So we're going to take you through the key points of this year's admission process.
SEED also.
Yeah, SEED and UCEED. So I'm Julie and this is Simi. We are from AFT India. And shall we get started now? If you have any queries, you can leave a message in the chat box and we will reply to that. So we are going to start with the date of examination, which is the most important. It is on January 18th, 2026. That happens to be a Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday, third Sunday of January.
Yeah. And the registrations have already started, but the last date, this is what is important because the window to apply to the UCEED and SEED exam is very small. The last date to apply is October 30th, that is end of this month. So you hardly have about 10 or 20 days left to apply for UCEED. So UCEED and SEED. So you have to get started on the application process as soon as possible. In case you're not able to finish the application by 30th of October, you do have the provision to apply till November with late fees till November 7th. Now, UCEED is the closest we get. UCEED and SEED exams are the closest we have to a common entrance exam in design, like how we have JEE or NEET. So UCEED is the closest common design entrance exam. Now, besides the IITs, there are also various other private institutions which accept the UCEED score and the SEED score while taking their admission students for their student intake. Now, the IITs which are accepting the UCEED score are IIT Mumbai, Delhi, Guwahati, Hyderabad, Indore, and Roorkee. There is also IIT DM Jabalpur, which accepts, triple IIT DM Jabalpur, which accepts the UCEED score for admission. For SEED, the colleges the IITs which are offering design program and accept students based on the SEED score are IDC, which is the design department of IIT Mumbai, Department of Design IIT Delhi, Department of Design IIT Guwahati, Hyderabad, and also IISc Bangalore, which has a design department, and IIT Roorkee. Then triple IITs, both Jabalpur and Kanchipuram, are accepting the SEED score for admission to the master's program. So let's talk about IIT Mumbai. This is how the IIT campus looks like. So IIT Mumbai offers various courses. One is Bachelor's of Design, which is a 4-year undergraduate program. You need to have passed your 12th. It does not matter which stream you have taken up in your 11th and 12th. And you need to qualify the UCEED exam. Only then can you apply for the Bachelor's in Design program at IIT Mumbai. For the master's program, which is a 2-year postgraduate program, you need to write the SEED exam and you can be a graduate in any discipline. In the master's level, you can specialize in industrial design, visual communication, animation, or interaction design, as well as mobility and vehicle design. These are the disciplines which are offered at master's level by IIT Mumbai. The weightage of the SEED score would be, as shown here, 0.7 times. The SEED score is multiplied by 0.7 times plus the written test and the interview, which is the second round of admission to IDC, has got a 0.3% weightage, which means that 70% weightage
taken from SEED score.
70% weightage is for the SEED score and 30% weightage for the second round, which is the written test and the interview. Now, this is only for IIT Mumbai. Different IITs will have a different weightage. They will give different weightage to the SEED score in their admission process. IIT Mumbai also is offering one more master's program, which is known as Masters in Design by Research, which is only open to students who have got a BDes, MDes, MArch, or MFA or equivalent or MFA. Equivalent degree is not considered. Now, for undergrad students, besides applying for BDes, you also have the option of doing an integrated or a dual degree course, which means that you can complete your BDes and MDes programs together in 5 years. If you are doing these two courses separately, you would spend 6 years, 4 years doing your undergraduate program and 2 years doing your master's. But if you go for the dual degree scheme, you can actually complete or come out of the IIT with a master's degree in 5 years' time. Now, this option is available to the students only at the end of the third year. That is the time when, based on their CGPA or based on their score, they decide whether they can get, the college will allow them to get into a dual degree program. Then, of course, IIT Mumbai also offers PhD programs. Now, this is how IIT Delhi, the Department of Design of IIT Delhi looks like. Simi, would you like to explain?
Yeah. IIT Delhi also started 4-year bachelor's degree, and the eligibility is UCEED. UCEED plus 12th with any stream students can apply for IIT Delhi BDES. MDES eligibility is any degree in BTech, BR, BFA, any 4+ years. You need to have a degree with a duration of 4 year or 5 year after your 12th. That is the eligibility for MDES program. But the duration of the MDES course is 2 years. And IIT Delhi also have BTech in design. That's a different course. The eligibility is UCEED score plus JE advanced score.
Department of Design, IIT Guwahati. Guwahati is where? It's
Assam.
in the northeast, in Assam, not in the northeast, but in Assam. And they also offer a Bachelor's of Design program, same eligibility, Masters of Design program, same eligibility. They also have something called Masters in EPD, Electronic Product Design, and they also have a PhD course. But there is a small difference between the normal eligibility for the bachelor's program for other IITs and Guwahati. In Guwahati, you require a PCM. You should have taken physics, chemistry, maths in your 12th to be able to be eligible to apply to Guwahati.
And in electronics product design also, there's a small change. Eligibility is BTech, BE or BTech in electronics and communication, EEE, electrical, mechanical, and instrumentation. These students, only the students are eligible for electronic product design with a credit score of 60%. They are graduation.
This is IIT Hyderabad Design Department. Again, same courses, BDES, a dual degree like IIT Mumbai, and masters and a PhD. IISc in Bangalore, they have only master's program in industrial design. So this is only for the PG students. They give 70% weightage to the seed score and 30% for the written test and the interview, which is conducted at the IISc campus. This year, IIT Indore is also offering a Bachelor's in Design program under the Department of Faculty of School of Innovation. So this is a multidisciplinary design program, and the eligibility is again 12th. You should have passed your 12th in any discipline or any stream, and you have to clear the UCEED exam.
IIT Roorkee. IIT Roorkee also started bachelor's program, and the eligibility is UCEED plus physics, chemistry, maths in 12th, like IIT Guwahati. And they have an interdisciplinary MDES program for industrial design. Eligibility is seed score.
You also have IIT Jodhpur offering master's design in experience design alone. MDES in experience design. It does not offer any other program. So experience design is all about VR, AR, and mixed reality. So those who are interested in these programs, you can aim at getting into IIT Jodhpur. Then you have Triple IIT DM Jabalpur, which is offering again BDES, MDES, and PhDs. So this is again a 4-year undergraduate program in product, space and communication design. You also need to have a PCM or B, that is physics, chemistry, maths.
Or biology students are also eligible for UCEED, but commerce and art students, they are not eligible for BDES in IIIT DM Jabalpur.
Again, a new college which has introduced design at master's level is Triple IIT DM Kanchipuram. So they all come under the same IIT and Triple IIT government institutions. They offer masters. This Kanchipuram also is offering masters in design in integrated product design. It's a 2-year course, and if you can apply if you're a BTech, BR, or a BDES graduate.
Yeah.
So there are certain limitations. You would have noticed that different IITs are having a different eligibility criteria. So now this whole UCEED exam, what you have to understand is UCEED exam is a common entrance exam with the, or it is a qualifying exam. With this UCEED score, you need to again go and apply to the various IITs, IIT DMs, or private institutions. Then each of these colleges might have their own set of eligibilities and requirements, which also you will have to fulfill in order to get in there. By just writing a UCEED exam doesn't ensure your admission into any college. So you need to reapply with the UCEED score to each of these colleges separately. Okay, so and these colleges are the ones who will conduct the second round of exams. There are also certain institutions which doesn't come under the umbrella of IITs, but they are authorized result sharing institutions, which means that IIT Mumbai will share the seed and UCEED results with all these colleges. Mahindra University, Hyderabad, Shrishti Manipal in Bangalore, Alliance in
Alliance, Jain, MIT Indore, JKL University, GLS, VIT, DTU, Delhi Technical University, and many more. I think around 20 plus colleges offer, they accept UC and ski score for BTS and MTS programs.
the UCEED exam is actually you have to go to a specified center and you have to write the entrance exam there. It's not online. You have to go to a particular center to do this exam. It has got two parts. Part A, which is a computer based test, and part B is a drawing exam. Now you have to appear for both these exams to qualify, and the total duration of this exam is 3 hours. Like we said before, the date of the exam is January 18th, and the exam will be held between 9 and 12, 9 a.m. in the morning and 12 noon. It is held, the UCEED exam will be held across 27 cities in India. So you have a list of cities here. Bangalore, you could go to Chennai to write the exam. You could do it in Ernakulam. In Kerala, there is Ernakulam, Thiruvananthapuram, and Thrissur. There are three centers for the SEED and UCEED
Calicut
exam.
also.
Calicut is also
Calicut.
there. Sorry, I missed on Calicut. Okay, and at the time of applying, you have to opt for three centers: preference one, preference two, preference three. So, depending on where there is availability, you will be given a choice of centers. So, if you are applying, you can probably give, say, all the three centers in Kerala, or you can add Bangalore to it. That's up to you. Eligibility for appearing in the UCEED exam. You should be born on or after October 1st, 2001, which means how old should they be?
24.
24 years if you are appearing. 24 years?
Yeah, that is the age limit. Actually,
Ah,
that doesn't matter because the most important eligibility criteria is the third one.
okay. So age limit, you have time till 24 years, till you are 24 to write the UCEED exam. Now, but there is a small um, uh, hitch here because the number of times you can write the exam is limited. You can only write UCEED exam 2 times, and that too in two consecutive years. That is, you can, if you plan on writing the exam in 2025, you can write it once again in 2026. But that's about it. And you cannot carry forward your UCEED score to another year. It is valid only for 1 year.
And here is the most important area. Candidate should have appeared for the class 12, the qualifying examination, first time in either 2025 or 2026. Only these students are eligible for attending UC 2026. That means if you have applied your appeared your 12th examination first time in 2024, you are not eligible for UC 2026.
So the criteria number 2 and 3 virtually limits
Yeah.
the age to probably 19, 20, 21. So depending on what age you complete your 12th
12th.
grade in. For seat, the eligibility, Simi?
Yeah, SEED actually the eligibility for SEED is any graduation in any subject must have completed a graduation in any degree, 3 year or 4 year doesn't matter. But you need to complete your graduation by July 2026 or your graduate diploma program in arts 10 plus 5. If you started your diploma program after 10th, the duration of the course should be 5 years. But you have to complete the diploma course by 2026. And the important area is the second thing. Note that the eligibility criteria for admission to various institutes may differ from those appearing for seat. So each IITs have their own eligibility criteria. So each candidate has to fulfill the eligibility criteria of each IITs along with a valid seat score. Otherwise, you won't get into the IITs.
Now, unlike UCEED, you can write the seed exam any number of times, and there is no
Yeah,
age
age
limit to
limit.
appear for the seed exam. So, master's level, you can do design at any age. Only thing is, you have to meet the individual criteria of each IIT. So, the if you are just a BA or a BCom, you can appear for the seed exam, but that doesn't mean that you are eligible to apply with the seed score to the various IITs, because many IITs do not accept a BA or a BCom. So you have to check, if suppose you are writing the seed just to get into an IIT, you will have to check whether you meet the eligibility criteria of whichever IIT you want to appear for. Now let's look at the exam pattern of the BDES exam. The Bachelor's in Design exam, or the UCEED exam, is a 3-hour paper, and it carries 300 marks, out of which 200 marks is for the aptitude section, which is further subdivided into 3 categories or 3 sections, which is the numerical answer type, multiple selection question, and MCQ question. Numerical answer type, many people think it is math, but that is not the case. It just means that the question is such that the answer would be a number. Like it could give you a picture and it could ask you to count the number of men with mustache, which means that the answer which you're going to type out will be a number. So there are no options here. You just have to type in the number. Okay, so there are 14 questions. Each one has got 4 marks, and there is no negative marking in this section. Total, it will total up to 56 marks for the NAT section. The MSQ section is, however, different. It means that you have more than one correct option. So it is exactly like MCQ. In MCQ, but you have only one correct option. In MSQ, you may have 2 correct options, 3 correct options, or no correct options also. So in an MSQ question, MSQ questions are very tricky. There are 15 of them, and they total up to 60 marks, and there is negative marking, which means that if suppose suppose an MCQ question has got 3 options which are correct, and you get only 2 of them, you will get only partial marks. But suppose say there are only 3 options which are correct in that MCQ question, but you mark 4 as correct, then you get a -1 for the entire question. And if you leave it unattempted, you will get 0. MCQ question, of course, everybody knows what MCQ is. Simple, 28 questions totaling to 84 marks, and each incorrect answer will have 0.71 minus marks, and each correct answer will have 3 plus marks. So that's how it goes, the aptitude section. This is a scoring area. This is where most people will score the most, because the second part B, is a subjective paper. Now, part B is worth 100 marks, and you get 1 hour to attempt it. And there are only 2 questions in this section. One is a drawing question, and the other is a design question. I'll show you some examples of the drawing and design questions later on, so you get an idea. Now, the question paper and evaluation of the SEED exam. Simi will explain that.
Yeah, actually, this is same as UCEED, but then total score is different. Part A is for 150 mark. Divisions are numerical answer type, MSQ and MCQ, and part B is 100. So the total score is 250. But the main point is part B answer books will be evaluated annually only for the candidates who shortlisted from part A. Otherwise, your part B paper will not be evaluated. But for the final seat score, only 25% marks are taken from part A and 75% from part B. That's the difference.
Now, the interesting thing here is that the UC paper has got more of part A, that is 2/3 of the paper is part A, and only 1/3 of the paper is part B. That is 200 marks is for part A and 100 marks for part B. However, in the SEED exam, it is just the opposite. More weightage is for the drawing section. This is a sample question of part A.
In both SEED and UCEED.
Yes. Now these are taken from the NAT section, number answer test. So 10 people are standing in a circle, each person is assigned a number, and the first person numbered 1 is removed. Thereafter, in clockwise direction, every third person is removed, and this is repeated till only 2 people are left. What is the sum of numbers assigned to the 2 people who are left at the end? So this is a reasoning question, visualization question, and you need to type out the number answer. Same is the case with the second example here. A cube of 4 by 4 by 4 centimeters has all its corners chamfered as shown in the figure. Chamfered is to cut on a diagonal. On each of its faces, it has got a small tetrahedral notch having edges of 1 centimeter each. What is the sum of the numbers of vertices and the number of edges in this solid? So this is again a counting question. You have to count the number of vertices and count the number of edges, including the edges which have been created by the chamfering and the notches that have been drilled into the object. Now, these questions, the difficulty level, I would say this is actually from the UC 2025 question paper. And according to my analysis, the difficulty level of the UC paper is higher than the seat paper in the aptitude section. So students should have a look at the paper before they decide whether they want to apply, and see if this is their cup of tea, and then you can decide. I'm also giving you an example of the drawing question. So this is again from 2025 UCEED exam. The competitive examinations are finally over and you're going on a holiday. You are at the nearest railway station with your family and relatives waiting for the train that you can see arriving. The platform is bustling with activity. Other travelers with luggage, vendors and porters and whatever else you are likely to observe are also on the platform. Imagine and draw what you see, giving prominence to your family and relatives. Now, this is a scene drawing question, a simple scene drawing question. And what is nice is the UCEED and SEED papers also give you evaluation criteria. So here, very clearly, the instructions have been given that it should be a pencil sketch. You don't need to color it. Now, the evaluation criteria is based on your observation, composition of figures and objects, sense of perspective and proportion, quality of lines, and attention to detail, which means that somebody who is making a very sketchy drawing of the railway station without giving enough details is not going to score as well as somebody who does draw it in much more detail. Then your perspective and proportion, the relative sizes of things which you are drawing in the scene has to be correct. Your perspective and eye level has to be correct because you have to draw it from your point of view. So you should make sure that you are not drawing an aerial view or a view from a dog's point of view. It has to be from the point of view of this drawing has to be from the point of view of a teenager or an adult height. Okay, so these are the things which they evaluate you on. Now, there's also a design question. I think you can go through the UC 2025 question to see what kind of questions appear in these exams. Do a sample test before you start applying. You must take out 3 hours of your time and attempt the 2025 question paper. And if you feel you enjoy the paper, then yes, you should definitely apply for UC. But if you feel it's a big struggle, then there isn't enough time for you to actually now learn everything and appear for the exam. So go and attempt the paper is my suggestion before you fill up the application form.
And documents for UCEED application, you have to upload a recent color passport size photograph. Specifications are given, JPEG format up to 100 KB and signature 50 KB.
Signature is also a photograph.
Yeah.
You take the signature and you scan it or you take a picture
soft
of it.
copy. But important area, you have to upload your age proof, either date of birth or your 10th certificate or your passport. Any 3 of these documents you need to upload for age proof, and the qualifying certificate. If you are appearing for your qualifying examination in 2026, you have to submit a certificate from the school college principal, and it is given in the prospectus. It is annexure 1. Otherwise, you upload your 12th certificate or your degree certificate. And if you are belong to a reservation category candidate, you have to upload the category certificate along with the application form. Now you cannot upload these things in between. There is no editing option for SEED or UCEED application like NID. So do not wait for editing. So get an OBC NCL or SC certificate before you apply to SEED or UCEED application.
Simi, can you also tell us how to get an OBC NCL
Yeah, you need
certificate?
to apply to your nearest Akshaya center and apply for the OBC NCL or whatever the category certificate. You will get it, this thing in 7 days, and submit the relevant documents, your 10th certificate of your parents or your income certificate. That totally depends on the category certificate you apply for. And EWS also available if you are eligible for economically weaker session. Apply with nearest Akshaya center and get it for central government college. So for that, format is different. Formats are given in UCEED and SEED, along with the UCEED and SEED prospectus. The formats are given.
Please use only the formats given by the college, because if you do it in another format, it is likely that your certificate is rejected.
Yeah.
Secondly, these caste certificates always have a validity. So if you have an old caste certificate lying with you, that may not be valid. So check the validity. It has to be valid for this year. It should not be older than 1 year. So the best thing is to apply for a new one right now. And since it will take about 7 days, you should do it immediately in the coming week so that you can fill up the application in time. Now, once you have filled up the application form, then you are waiting for the admit card. The admit card will be available on the website. You have to log in into the UCEED website with your login registration ID, and it will be available on January 2nd from 1 p.m. onwards. You can download it and you will have to carry that with you to the exam. Now, in case you notice that your name is not spelled correctly on the admit card or your details are not correct, then you can rectify it till January 8th. There will be an option to edit your admit card, which will be available on the same website till January 8th. So, in these exams, SEED and
Both.
UCEED, you have various topics which are being taken, like the questions which come, like I've already shown you a sample of the questions. So the questions in the aptitude section can range from visualization and spatial reasoning to practical scientific knowledge, that is how machines work, how everyday objects work, like what is the mechanism inside a stapler, for example, and observation and design sensitivity, that is attention to detail, environment and society, that includes general awareness and what is happening around you in your society, in your culture, and in the environment, analytical and logical reasoning, language. There might be passages which you have to read, comprehend, and answer, and those passages are not easy, they're a little tricky, so it's a little advanced, the language level which UCEED is expecting of you. And of course, creativity. Creativity can also be assessed in part A, where you're given images and you have to associate a particular word with a particular image. That is known as visual metaphors or analogies. So you need to be able to, if you see a saw, what are the words you would associate with it? Or if you see a hammer, what words would you associate with it? Like, say, for example, strength or strong. So those kind of questions can also be added to that aptitude section to test your creativity. Then, of course, part B, like I said, there's a drawing question and an aptitude question, sorry, and a design question. And the students are shortlisted based on the marks they obtain in part A. So part A it is necessary that you get the qualifying marks in part A, because if you don't meet the qualifying marks in part A, they are not going to even look at your part B. So however well you have done your part A, part B, that is the drawing and design part, unless you clear the part A, which is the visual reasoning and spatial skills and aptitude part, you're not they are not even going to look at what you have drawn. So results will be declared on March 6th, and everybody who has got shortlisted, that is in shortlisted in part A, will get a score. You can see the number of seats available for BDAS in various IITs.
Yeah, IIT Bombay, total number 37, but for open category it is just 14, and 4 for EWS, economically weaker section, physically handicapped category, OBC non-criminal 9 seats, SC 5, ST 3. So total seats is just 37, but for open category, the total number of seats is just 14. Remember that. And IIT Delhi, the total seats 20. IIT Guwahati, but they have 56 seats. IIT Hyderabad 30. IIT Indore it just started with 16 seats, and IIT Roorkee 20. And triple IIT in Jabalpur, they offer 66 seats in total for 245 seats, including all categories.
Around roughly around 20,000 to 25,000 people are attempting the UCEED exam in our country.
Yeah, just for 245 seats.
So now that sort of brings us to the end of our webinar today. The entire application process is quite simple, but what is important here is that you keep your documents ready. So we're going to show you the documents which you need. Once again, you have to, before you start filling up your application form, we suggest that you keep a recent color photograph with your full face view from the front and taken against
Professional
a,
studio, in a professional
yeah,
studio.
and it should be taken against a white background. And you ask the studio people itself to give it to you on a pen drive or email it to you in JPEG format with the size of 100 KB. Because if you try to do it yourself, the size may not be correct and it will not upload. Now, the signature, you can just sign on a piece of paper and use Adobe Scanner on your, which is a free software on your phone, and you can scan the signature and crop it so that it becomes 50 KB, and you save it as a JPEG. Then for age also, same thing. You have to take a picture of your SSC certificate, passport or birth certificate, and you have to convert it into a PDF format. Only then will it upload on the website. So if you're not technologically very savvy, you don't understand how to do these things, best is to go to a photo studio or a DTP center or a computer center and take somebody's help and get this done. Otherwise, you will be struggling when you're filling up the application form. Now, regarding the exam certificate, those who are writing their 12th this year, you don't need to worry. You don't need to upload anything at this point of time. But those who have finished their 12th, they need to find their certificate, qualifying exam certificate, and you have to do the same thing, make a PDF of the same. Now, those who are still in their 12th, they do need to do one thing though. They have to take a printout of Appendix 1
And
and go to your school or college principal and get them to fill it up and put their sign and seal. The school signature and principal signature and seal has to be there on Appendix 1.
you need to attach the photo also. You need to paste a photo in the appendix, and do remember to attach your photographs also.
Now, that photo is different from the photo which we are talking in point 1. This is a photo which you put on the appendix form.
Yeah.
There is a form in
A
the
hard
appendix
copy.
of the brochure. When we are saying appendix 1, it means that the end of the brochure, you have to download the UC brochure from the website. At the end of it, there is appendix 1, which has got a certificate from the school, template for the certificate you need to get from the school or college. That you need to print out, go to your principal, and on that printout, you have to attach a photograph. You have to sign over it, then go to the principal, get their signature on it, and put a seal on it, and then take a picture and upload it, or scan it and upload it. The caste certificate, again, please do it in advance because it is going to take 7 days for you to get it. So if you don't have it handy, you have to get it right away. So these are the things which you need to keep ready before you fill up the application form. Now, for all our students, we will be organizing a live session once again, which where we will fill up a form right in front of you, and all of you can fill up the form simultaneously with us on your mobile or on your computer. You can either come to the center and do it, or you can do it from your home. And we'll announce a date. Most probably, it is going to be coming Saturday. So we'll announce a date on your WhatsApp in the WhatsApp group, and you can, by that time, if you can keep all these documents ready, you will be able to fill up the application form along with us. If you have any questions now, if you can put it in the chat, we can answer that. If anybody has any questions, you can also leave a comment to this YouTube link, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. So with that, we can wind up today's session. I hope you found this informative. This was a session which was mixed for UCEED and SEED exams. So you can always call us or get back to us for more clarifications whenever you need. So you have our number, and you can also follow us on YouTube, on the YouTube channel or Instagram. And our contact number is 9895484652. You can contact us on that number. So thank you everyone for being here. Yeah, we will come back again with the when the NIFT application forms come out with a detailed analysis of and review of the changes in the NIFT exam this year.
Yeah, we are expecting NIFT application by November. Usually it's in November, but sometimes NIFT open their application by October end also. Let's see.
So thank you. We are ending the session now. Yeah, somebody has sent a message. Can you read it?
What about NA students appearing for 12th standard in 2026? There is no school principal to approach your certificate. Definitely, you will get a certificate from your, if you are taking school or your NAOS authority, you need to get a certificate from somewhere.
We'll have to check. There
Yeah.
would be some point of contact, right?
Yes.
If you're doing
Yes.
NIOS also, you are attached to a particular school if you're doing NIOS. So if you're doing it from choice or from any other school, you have to go to that particular school and get it from the principal over there. So every NIOS is actually attached to a particular school. So I think you should check that out. MDes seats. Simi, how many are there? I think we did.
And actually, that total number of seats is given in IDC only. IDC they have 67 seats for all streams. IDC actually they offer stream-wise MDes. Um, Industrial design, automobile design, interaction design, so on. So fixed number of seats in IDC 67 for all streams, but in rest of the IITs the number of intake is not fixed, but 100% it is less than 25, between
Yes.
20 and 25.
Some of the IITs only take 16 and
If
18
they get
students.
20 relevant candidates, that year intake is 20. If it's 22, 20, but maximum number of intake is 25.
So only 25 seats for MDes in every IIT, and except for IDC, which takes up to 70 students. Yes, there is an appendix in the seat brochure also.
Yeah.
For the college. If you are still doing in your college.
Formats are same, but for PG students, the appendix given in the seat brochure. If you are still waiting for your eligibility certificate, or if you are waiting for any back paper, then fill up that and appendix 1 and upload the same. You will get extension to submit your eligibility or your qualifying certificate.
Your exam certificate, yeah, qualifying exam certificate. So for back paper and those who are still in their last year of graduation, they need to fill up the appendix. Fill up the form given in the appendix.
An important area: do not upload the course certificate. You already sometimes you already have some course certificates from the school, so that is not accepted by IIT. You need to upload this appendix,
yeah,
to get the extension.
Any other question, anyone? Okay, like I said, you can get back to us on 9895484652. You can make a note of the number 9895484652.
It's my number, and for any queries, you can call me or WhatsApp me in that number.
So thank you, everyone, on and we are winding up the session on behalf of AFD India.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.